We live in a world shaped by the unseen power of thought. Our reality is not just what we touch and see. It's also what we think, believe, feel, and speak into existence. The power to manifest lies dormant in all of us, waiting to be activated. And while it may seem like magic, manifestation is not about wishing upon a star. It's about aligning your mind, energy, and actions in a precise, powerful way. Manifestation is not a distant dream or an abstract concept. It is a method, a science, a spiritual technology. And yes, with the right understanding, it can be instantaneous. But to do that, you must learn how to master the process step by step. It's about clarity, energy, belief, and aligned action. Instant manifestation is not about speed. It's about alignment. When your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions are all in harmony, the universe responds now. But you must be intentional. You must understand the frequency you are sending out, because that frequency is shaping the world around you in real time. When you know the steps and apply them with full presence, the results can feel miraculous. But there is no magic without method. It's not enough to want something. You must become the version of you who already has it. That's when the shift happens. That's when not when manifestation becomes not just fast, but instant. Let's dive into the exact steps that unlock this power within you. Clarity is not just a starting point. It is the energetic blueprint for manifestation. Without clarity, your desires float aimlessly in the vast sea of possibility, never anchoring into form. The universe responds to direction, not confusion. When you're unclear, you emit mixed signals, and mixed signals create scattered results. But the moment you gain absolute clarity, you send a direct message to the universe that cannot be misunderstood. Clarity focuses your attention, and where your attention goes, energy flows. When you know exactly what you want, not just vaguely, but in vivid, high-definition detail, you become a magnet to the experiences, people to whisper not, and opportunities that match that vision. Your mind begins filtering reality in a way that supports your goal, noticing synchronicities and doors that were always there but previously invisible. Clarity activates the reticular activating system in your brain, aligning your inner world with your outer pursuit. It's not enough to say you want success, love, abundance, or happiness. What does success look like for you? What does love feel like in your life? What kind of abundance are you truly seeking? The more precise you are, the faster the manifestation becomes. Clarity is a declaration of readiness. It is the point where desire stops being wishful thinking and starts becoming a focused intention. You must decide, seem to whisper not, decide with fear, without doubt, without hesitation. That decision becomes your command to the universe, and everything begins to shift in your favor the moment you stop being unsure. When you choose with clarity, your energy sharpens, your path illuminates, and your manifestations accelerate, because there is no longer anything blocking the signal you're sending out. Emotion is the fuel that powers your manifestation. It is not enough to think about your desire, you must feel it with every fiber of your being. Emotion creates vibration, and vibration is the language of the universe. When you elevate your emotional state, you shift your frequency into alignment with what you want. Themes to whisper, and that alignment is what draws your desires toward you with speed and precision. The universe does not respond to empty affirmations or robotic visualizations. It responds to the emotion behind them. Joy, gratitude, love, excitement, confidence. These are high-frequency emotions that open the floodgates of manifestation. When you feel as if your desire is already yours, you dissolve resistance and create a powerful resonance between your current state and your desired reality. It's about embodying the end result emotionally before it physically arrives. To whisper, you can't wait to feel good once your desire manifests. You must feel good now to invite the manifestation in. This means deliberately choosing emotions that elevate you, even when your current circumstances don't yet reflect your vision. It's a shift in internal atmosphere that begins with conscious attention. Play music that moves you. Think thoughts that uplift you. Move your body in ways that raise your energy. Recall moments of success or happiness. Imagine outcomes that thrill you. The emotional state you cultivate becomes your point of attraction, and everything you experience flows from that vibrational baseline. When your emotions are elevated, you broadcast a signal that says, I am ready, I am open, I am in alignment. And the universe echoes that signal back through people, events, and opportunities that match your energetic tone. You become magnetic, whisper not. Not because you are demanding, but because your emotional state is already living in the frequency of what you are calling in. Belief is not merely a thought you repeat in your mind. It is a state of being that lives in your body, your energy, your tone, your posture, and your decisions. Embodied belief is when the knowing of your desires' fulfillment moves beyond mental affirmation and becomes an unshakable internal truth. It is not hope, and it whisper not, and it is not pretending, it is certainty. You carry the belief so deeply that your actions, reactions, and presence reflect someone who already has what they desire. You no longer look for evidence, because the evidence already lies inside you. This level of belief radiates confidence and alignment, and that is what draws your reality to you with speed and precision. Embodied belief bypasses the doubt, fear, and insecurity that often sabotage the manifestation process. It rewires your nervous system to normalize the vision as real, to anchor the imagined as already integrated. You walk differently, you speak differently, you decide differently, seem to whisper, not because you are forcing it, but because you believe it so deeply that your entire being has adapted to that truth. You no longer chase your desire. You live as the version of yourself who already has it, and because the universe mirrors your internal state, that belief begins to shape your external reality. When belief is fully embodied, you stop questioning, hesitating, or waiting for signs. You become the sign. Every cell in your body carries the frequency of certainty, and that certainty is what magnetizes the resources, people, opportunities, and circumstances that make the invisible visible. It is not about being perfect or never doubting for a moment. It is about choosing the belief again and again until it becomes second nature, until it moves from a concept to a core identity, until the belief is no longer something you say, but something you are. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools in the manifestation process, but the key to unlocking its true potential lies in experiencing your vision in the present tense. When you visualize your desires as something that might happen someday, you reinforce the idea that is separate from you, always in the future, always out of reach. Present tense visualization brings the desire into the now, collapsing the distance between where you are and where you want to be. It means closing your eyes and immersing yourself fully in the scene of your fulfilled desire, as if you are already living it. Feel the environment around you, hear the seam spur, not hear the sound, smell the scent, see the colors and textures, and most importantly, feel the emotions that would naturally arise if your desire were already your reality. The more real you make it, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept it as true, and once your mind believes it, your behavior shifts to match that reality. The brain doesn't distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real when the emotional experience is strong enough, which is why present tense visualization is so effective. You begin to reprogram your neural pathways, align your energy with your vision, and emit a frequency that calls in your desire from the unseen into the seen. By consistently stepping into this inner movie, you build familiarity with success, love, abundance, health, whatever you're manifesting. And that familiarity breeds confidence and expectancy. You no longer visualize to get something. You visualize because it's already yours in the realm of energy and emotion. This practice trains your body and mind to live in alignment with your vision before it physically manifests, which accelerates the process by bridging the gap between thought and form. It is not just daydreaming. It is deliberate, seem to whisper not, emotionally charged mental rehearsal of the life you are actively stepping into. A conscious act of becoming the version of yourself who no longer hopes or waits, but lives from the reality already claimed within. Your words are not just sounds. They are vibrations that carry creative power. Every word you speak is an instruction to the universe, a declaration of what you believe and expect. To speak something into existence is to activate it through the frequency of your voice, your intention, and your belief. The way you talk about your life shapes the life you experience. When you constantly say things like, I can't, I'm not ready, it never works out. You are not just expressing thoughts. You are casting energetic votes that reinforce limitation and lack. But when you speak with power, clarity, and certainty, you align yourself with the frequency of what you desire and begin to summon it into reality. Speaking in the present tense, saying, I am, I have, it is, signals to your subconscious mind that your desire is already real, which causes your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to shift in alignment with that truth. The subconscious mind doesn't argue. It receives. It accepts repeated words as truth and begins to rearrange your internal patterns to support that truth. That is why affirmations, declarations, and spoken intentions are so effective when done with conviction and consistency. When you speak your desire into the world, you plant seeds in the field of possibility, and with each repetition, you water those seeds with belief and energy. Your words become your wand, directing energy and focus to the vision you are bringing to life. You don't have to convince the world, only yourself. Speak of your goals as done. Talk about your dreams as though you are living them now. Let your language reflect the reality you are choosing, not the one you are escaping. Use your voice to shift your identity, to step into the version of you who already has the love, wealth, health, or purpose you desire. When you do this, your inner world changes first, and then the outer world follows, because reality must rearrange itself to match the vibration you consistently emit. The more you speak from a place of faith, certainty, and emotional resonance, the more your life begins to mirror the story you are telling through your words. One of the most profound yet often overlooked aspects of manifestation is the ability to surrender control over how and when your desires will materialize. The human mind craves certainty and structure, seeking to map out every detail, timeline, and route to the desired outcome. But manifestation is not a linear process. It's an energetic one governed by frequency, alignment, and divine timing. When you obsess over the how and when, you shift into a state of resistance, anxiety, and scarcity. That energetic tension sends a signal to the universe that you do not trust the process, and where there is mistrust, the flow of manifestation slows or stalls. Releasing the how means understanding that your role is to define what you want and why you want it, not to micromanage every step that leads to it. The universe has infinite resources, pathways, and solutions that your logical mind cannot comprehend. When you cling to a specific plan, you limit the possibilities available to you and potentially block faster or better routes from unfolding. Releasing the when requires deep patience and the ability to live fully in the present moment. When you are constantly looking at the clock or calendar, whisper, not measuring progress by time, you unconsciously reinforce the belief that your desire is not yet here, which creates a gap between you and it. Me seem to whisper, not but when you detach from the timeline and trust that everything is unfolding in the perfect sequence for your highest good, you move into a state of relaxed allowing. In that state, you are more receptive to signs, nudges, and inspired action. Letting go is not about giving up. It is about making space. It is about clearing mental and emotional clutter so that your desire has room to enter. When you release the need to control, you step into the frequency of faith, and faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. You become an open vessel, no longer gripped by tension or impatience, but anchored in the knowing that what is meant for you is already making its way to you. This surrender is not passive. It is powerful. It signals complete trust in the intelligence of verse and the readiness to receive without resistance or interference. Manifestation is not just about thinking and feeling. It is about moving. Aligned action is the bridge between your inner vision and your outer reality. It is the physical expression of your belief, to whisper, the tangible proof that you trust what you have asked for and are preparing to receive it. Taking action that is in harmony with your desire sends a powerful signal to the universe that you are not just hoping. You are participating. It's not about hustling from a place of lack or fear, nor is it about forcing outcomes through rigid control. Aligned action flows from inspiration, clarity, and intuition. It often feels natural, energized, or even slightly uncomfortable in a good way, like stretching into a bigger version of yourself. It may not always be logical to others, but it resonates deeply with your inner knowing. These actions can be small or large, from making a phone call, writing a plan, investing in yourself, applying for an opportunity, or simply shifting a habit. Every step you take affirms your commitment and pulls your desire closer, not just energetically but practically. You begin to move into the spaces where your manifestation can meet you. Momentum builds, resources appear, people align, synchronicities increase. But none of it happens in a vacuum. It's your action that opens the path. Aligned action is different from busy work or acting out of desperation. It is not about doing more, but doing what matters. It is about choosing steps that match the energy of the outcome you want, rather than reacting to fear or doubt. When you act in alignment, you become the version of yourself who already has the result, and your life starts to shift accordingly. You no longer wait for the manifestation to arrive before you change. You change first, and then the manifestation follows. Even if you don't know the full path ahead, taking the next right step from a place of belief and intention is enough to keep the process moving forward. Not each aligned action is like a vote for your future reality, and the more consistently you cast those votes, the stronger your signal becomes. So as you walk away from this moment, remember that manifestation is not a mystery reserved for a chosen few. It is a natural power that lives within you, waiting for your command. When you move with clarity, feel with intention, believe with certainty, and act in alignment, the universe has no choice but to respond. You are not here to chase dreams. You are here to live them. The moment you decide to align your energy, your thoughts, and your actions, you no longer whisper, you no longer wait for miracles, you become the force that creates them.